Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 10:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, November 11, 2021. This is not financial advice. It's educational. Click the subscribe and the bell to be notified when the videos come out, as well as thumbs up and share the video with your friends and colleagues interested in Quant networks. Quant, QNT. Intraday updates are on the Twitter link below the video. And I was doing a lot of intraday updates. I should call it intranight updates because a lot going on with Bitcoin last night, and was tweeting out fairly considerably, given that Bitcoin is the barometer across the board. However, we are still on the downward chop, but we do have the saving grace right here. Call it the green line. We hope that as these things start to converge more and more and more, this thing will make a positive decision. This is a descending triangle if you look at it that way, but it's coming in on a bullish wave, so this thing could just as easily pop up, and I do think that will happen. Things do not always operate on a straight line up. People are in this for 2 months. Well, consider a longer period of time. Otherwise, there's always the lottery. But right now, we have a 262 line of support right now. We have a reasonable line of resistance around 291. We need to get back over that thing to get more bullish with this pattern. But in the meantime, Quant to Bitcoin is doing pretty well, all things considering. Yesterday's video, we were already at 280 on the Quant dollar pair. Today we're at 277. On Quant Bitcoin, in yesterday's video, we were 410, 477. We're 428. We actually made some considerable stride on the underlying Quant to Bitcoin pair, which is interesting. Because once we break through here, this pattern's been going on since September of this year, obviously. Within the last couple of months now, we have this kind of consolidation. So hopefully we can get to a point where this thing starts to bang up. I think a couple of areas of resistance that we might have. One is around, obviously, 477. We already hit it here and came back down. And that resistance is reflected all the way back here when this thing's like right before this triangle pattern started back in August. Now, we go up, the more up we go, we'll hit more resistance. 526 would be the next stop. And then above that could be in this range here in the 606. But we're going to keep our eye on that. But we do have a floor of support at 364, just so everyone is clear. In the meantime, this could go one of two ways. I mean, we just need to break it so that we can now move forward and use this green line as support instead of resistance. We haven't been out of this, over this line long enough for me to feel 100% with conviction, and that's how you have to play this. It's an odds game, folks. It's not binary. In the meantime, Bitcoin US dollar. This bad boy is being bad. This thing went all the way down to 63,000, maybe a little less than that last night. I was tweeting out about the price action. We thinking maybe 62 might be the handle in terms of support, because we did have this once as resistance and has now turned to support. So it definitely didn't go down as far, which is good, and bounced back. We're currently trading at 64,843. I think we do have a resistance area down here, like almost 62,000, maybe a little less than that. And if it gets worse than that, then we have clearly probably around a 58K handle, and then down again around the 54 and change handle right there, evident by this area of support here. So in the meantime, let's go over to Bitcoin dominance. A couple of things. Just want to make sure people understand this. Bitcoin dominance going up doesn't always mean bad things for altcoin. Bitcoin dominance going up can be driven by, a big influx of capital into Bitcoin, which is good for altcoin holders, and this was evident in yesterday's spike. Then there is Bitcoin fear. This is where people are selling Bitcoin like crazy. They're scared, and that creates much more fear on the altcoin side. And this was another area where Bitcoin dominance went up. So there are two different flavors to Bitcoin dominance going up. I'll go through the two flavors where Bitcoin dominance goes down. But in general, these are the two different flavors. One positively impacting altcoins, which is when people are pumping money into Bitcoin, and one where people are selling out of Bitcoin, which is bad for altcoins. When we have Bitcoin dominance going up, that's more the fear trade. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. But Quant US dollar kind of consolidating between 262, 289, but Quant Bitcoin pair here kind of holding on tightly at the 427, 428 range. We really need a pop here to start reversing the pattern on the Quant dollar pair. I'm out. Take it easy.